Hi you guys, and welcome back. I'm so excited today because I am finally getting to show you guys my brand new house. I am currently standing in my new front yard and just want to take you around and show you what everything looks like. This house has honestly been a dream of mine for so long. It was something that we didn't even think would be remotely possible, and I can't wait to share with you the story in just a little bit. But first, let me show you around. So you guys, this is our brand new farmhouse built in the 1980s and was graciously kind of gifted to us by my aunt and uncle. I mean, we bought it, but they gave us a great deal to keep it in the family, which is really amazing for them to do for us. So this is family land, and it's been in our family for a long time. It was cattle land, and my mom and my parents actually are just across the field essentially and a couple houses down, and so I can easily walk to and from their house and whenever I get to the stage of kids or family, it'll be so convenient for my parents to be right down the road. Also, Jade's dad told us the other day that he measured it, it's only 4.5 miles from his house, so we're really in a great location that's like really great for us. All right, so let's give y'all a quick tour. We have our house. To the left we have our pecan grove, as well as our fruit tree orchard. We have some fig trees, pear trees, blueberry bushes, scuppernong grapes. I think that might be a loquat tree out there as well. We also already got set up our chicken coop and some trees, and then out through the back is our back pasture with our barn, where we rent our barn to people who have horses. So the back is probably close to 15-ish, while the front half, that is about 5. It's almost 20 acres total. Over here we have our carport, and so this is the front of the house. And we have a little wraparound porch. And then, so let's see, the front door. So they're still coming to get their furniture out, but we have a little wood stove, and that is like a little half bath which leads into the laundry room. This would be the living area that leads out to the pool. Dining, it's a very big open floor plan. And then a little kitchen with a small walk-in pantry. And then so this shows out to the side yard with the barn. And the light coming through here in the morning through the pecan grove is so beautiful. And then so then we have, let's go upstairs first and then we'll go back outside. So we have the upstairs looking out to the front. So this goes up. And so we are about to have the floors redone. You can see down there, just refinished, and then we're gonna have it wood continuing up. And then, so this is the master bedroom with a very beautiful view. How gorgeous. So, a little vanity area with a little closet and bathroom, which we've got to do some work with the wallpaper. The vanity area, back to the master, and then back down the hall we have the first, which will be kind of like a guest bedroom, and then another room, and then another little bathroom with some wallpaper. We're definitely going to be doing a lot of painting and wallpaper removal and all of that stuff. So, once again, for orientation, front door, there's a side door that leads out to the orchard. This side door is like the mainly used side door, and it leads out to kind of the carport and little carport garage in the side yard. And then this back door leads out to the pool. So again, wraparound porch. It's our new pool, which is so exciting. We've never had a pool. We're trying to learn all the pool maintenance stuff. It's been a little challenging just because it's hard to know. So then we have this beautiful side yard over here, which shows out by kind of our neighbor's field and where they have all the cows. And then, so then we have pool house. And so Jade and I are staying in here right now while we do wait for everyone to get their stuff out of the big house and do some renovations. Hello, Oliver. Hello, Luna. Hello, Luna. Hi. Yes, ma'am. So we're thinking eventually this will be kind of like a music room. We both play music. Here's our little closet, and it's got like a little, all the dining stuff, and that rolls up for like pool parties. So I think this will be kind of like a hangout music area with a pull-out couch for guests to stay. And then this is the back, which has the best view for coffee and sunsets, which leads out to our back pasture and the barn. So ideally, eventually we want to claim part of this first half, this little section right here, and have the garden out here and move the chickens out here and maybe get some goats and stuff out here until we can one day hopefully afford to not rent the barn and be able to utilize all of this space, but we don't know how long that will take. So until then, right now we're renting it, and then maybe when their lease for this year is up, we're going to reconfigure how this is fenced off so that we can use a little bit of the space. And then, so coming out to the grove. Aren't these so pretty right now? They're gorgeous. So we have my chickens over here. More on the whole saga of them in another video, because I am definitely down some chicks. Hi girls! And then here's the orchard, which is beautiful. Got lots of good stuff out here. It's really nice. And that's about concludes the tour. So I am thinking until we can get that part in the back and claim some of that, I might put some raised beds out here in the orchard. Eventually, once I move the garden out to the bigger spot, I can use this for perennial type of stuff like strawberries and asparagus and maybe a blackberry patch, and just to kind of add on to this little orchard section to have some more kind of every year stuff that kind of take care of itself just a little bit. And then I'm also thinking over here on the side, because right through here is kind of where the kitchen is, that I might do some kind of standing up, like off the ground raised beds right through here on the back side, that I can grow like herbs and other little things where I can like lettuce and kale and just come out and quickly grab stuff while I'm cooking dinner, just so it's like very, very easily accessible. Of course, I need stuff like this to be kind of accessed still and not covered up, so they would be able to be moved. So they would just be standing up right here. And see, there's a little spigot there, so I could do some easy irrigation and watering out here, which would be really nice. I don't know if you can see through the screen the horses, but aren't they so pretty? I love watching them out there. So I wanted to talk a little bit more about everything when Jade is here, but he's currently fishing right now, which kind of makes it a great time for me to film too, but I also want him here. So regardless, so we started looking at this house probably a year ago, and Jade and I, we always knew that our first house was going to be temporary and that we only wanted to stay there for 5 years. And so we knew that my aunt and uncle had just come back and they had just purchased a new beach house, which they have multiple properties and they stay in Guatemala a lot. Another house close to their daughter and with their son that they were staying in all the time. So they weren't really staying here, and they have been renting this house for the last 15 years. So Jade and I knew we wanted a house with a lot of land. I obviously have been wanting like a big farm for forever. I love gardening. I love being outside. I love being in the country. I grew up here. And so we kind of just said, if you guys ever sold that house, we'd be interested. Of course, we didn't know how we'd ever make that work because we didn't think we'd ever be able to afford this, ever. And I remember going running. I was at my mom's house. I stayed the night at my mom's house, and I was going running down this main road, and my uncle passed by. This was like last July, and he said, "Are you scoping out your new house?" And I was like, I don't know how we would ever be able to afford it. And he said, "I got a plan." And so, and honestly, just ever since then, it's worked out. They contacted us probably over the winter and said, "Hey, are you guys really serious that you want it? We really want to keep it in the family. We've thought about selling it to other people and just can't pull the trigger on that. We've, you know, raised all our kids here, which my cousins, and we just can't see ourselves giving it to anybody who's not family, and none of our kids want to keep up with that much, you know, yard, or, you know, it's just a lot of work to keep this up. It's a lot of yard work. It's a lot of property, plus with the pool and all of that stuff. So, are you guys really serious that you want it?" And we're like, "Yeah, we still don't know how we'd make it happen. We thought we were gonna sell our house, buy a camper, live on my parents' property for a couple years, and take those 2 years to really save up to be able to, like, here's our offer." But then they said, they reached out to us and said that they wanted to make it happen within the year. And so we were like, there's no way that we could ever afford this or make this work. We don't know, like, we just had no clue how we were gonna make that work. But we're like, okay, first step, we got to sell our house. So we sold our house, and with the way the market is right now, we just got such a great deal on it. And it ended up, well, first of all, my uncle and my aunt drastically increased the amount that they probably could have made on this house to be able to sell it to us. So that was like so generous of them. And then when we sold our house, the amount that we made on our house, basically we could use it for the down payment, and it got our house to exactly the amount that we were like comfortable with, where we were like, okay, we can afford that and make that happen. I mean, it just miraculously, by the grace of God and by them being so generous and just everything, I can't even believe that it worked out. And it just, I mean, there are bad things that happen too. Like, I totaled my car in the middle of buying the house, and I have been having to borrow my mom's car. And so then, like, a week after we bought the house, we had to go buy a new vehicle. And so all of that stuff has been a little scary and rocky too, but it hasn't been without trials, and it hasn't been all easy. There were so many like ups and downs through the loan process where I was like, oh my gosh, it's gonna fall through, but then it didn't. And it's just, honestly, I feel so blessed. I feel like, it makes me feel like what's gonna go wrong, honestly, because it's just amazing. I never in my wildest dreams thought I would be able to have all of this. And we always knew we wanted land, but by the time we had built the barn and the house and all of that stuff, if we had just bought land, it would have taken years and so much money to be able to afford that, and to do that, and to finally have that come into fruition where we'd have fully our dream farm. So to be able to have this house already and just make some renovations to the house, which will be a lot of work, but also that's something I enjoy and I think will be really, really fun for me. It's just a dream come true. So you can probably see why we were so excited to share this place and just so excited to buy it. I spent so much time here growing up. My cousin Asa was my age, and he was like my best friend. So I was always over here. We were back and forth between each other's houses all the time. Then in college, my aunt and uncle rented out the barn to people who did horse riding lessons, and I spent a lot of time taking horse riding lessons for my friend Annalise. Really just feels like home already, and we are very, very excited, and I hope you guys enjoyed the house tour and getting to see everything. From now on, most of the videos will be from here, and we're excited to share with you just kind of all the renovations and the things that we're going to be doing with the garden and any new animals that we get, and just how we go along that whole process. We're just very, very excited. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you all so soon. Bye, you guys. And I should note that maybe one day I can get Jade to be a little less camera shy to get on here so he can give you his perspective of things, but we're just not quite there yet.